Hey guys, Sean here, and today we're going to do a overview comparison between Huawei's new Sound X co-engineered by Devialet versus Harman Kardon's Aura Studio 2. Let's get it started. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of background, the Huawei Sound X is a new product, which is a 2019-2020 product, whereas the Harman Kardon Aura Studio 2 is a 2017 product. Currently, right now, they're in the same range in terms of price. Now, let's look at the exterior and design of both these devices. We'll start off with the Huawei Sound X. 80% of the entire exterior has this piano black reflective material, which can be also quite finger magnet prone, but it does have a very nice finish, very modern, sleek look to it. There are two openings at the side where the subwoofer can be clearly seen. Right up front there is a Huawei logo, and at the back it is said co-engineered with Devialet. Right on top is where your speaker control sits. There is an animated ring light that surrounds the controls. You have your volume up, volume down, mute, and also more options. Your controls up top is motion sensitive, where the moment you put your hand on top, the controls light up. Surrounding the bottom of this device is a very nice detailed fabric and your power plug, but basically that's just about it. The Aura Studio 2, on the other hand, as you can see, has this beautiful transparent smoke dome that has an opening right at the top and has a tube that goes right down to where the main feature of the Aura 2 sits, which is the ambient lighting. This is probably the most distinctive feature of the Aura 2. The ambient lighting below looks amazing. It looks really classy, and I think Harman Kardon definitely did a good job with it. You can see there are almost fan-like fins, and the ambient light kind of just flows around. Right at the front you can see Harman Kardon's logo, very visible. The bottom inside of the dome is mostly silver with a mic icon right up front, and at the back you have your auxiliary port, service micro USB, which I don't think anyone uses, and your power port. Right at the bottom as well you have a fabric design, and your controls sit at the side and at the front of the device with your power button, Bluetooth connection, volume up and volume down. And right at the bottom sits your subwoofer. In terms of the features for the Sound X, it is connected purely wirelessly via NFC, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi. Huawei has an app called AI Live where you can basically connect with your Sound X and you can control the volume, firmware updates, and also connect with other music playbacks like Spotify, Deezer, etc. So this makes it a more smart device. And now let's test the sound quality between the two devices.
把自己封锁在这孤独房间，时空线拉上了窗帘，点燃香烟，贪婪的思考墙面，双手无力的，再也找不到那种最初的快乐。Who do I have? Who do I have? 我快乐。Who do I have? Who do I have? 我还拥有谁，或者谁在我的身旁
So let's talk about what I like and dislike about these two devices. So if you're a person who's looking for more quality in their vocal sounds and you're looking for something that has more definitions in sounds, particularly for the mid-range and your vocals, then the Sound X is a better option compared to the Aura Studio 2, where the Sound X basically plays vocals a lot better. That's in terms of how I hear it. The mid-range is very crisp, very defined, and just overall plays vocals a lot better. Whereas for the Aura Studio 2, it's a lot louder, the bass is a lot stronger. Like you can hear it in your chest, you can hear it in your body. I was expecting more for the Sound X though, given that it is a collaboration with Devialet, which, to be fair, sets the bar really, really high, because Devialet is almost, in my opinion, a perfect product in terms of a speaker. It has great volume, bass is out of this world. And of course the mid-tiers vocals are also great. It's very hard to make a comparison for this device and not be very judgmental of it. And plus, it's only a $300 device, whereas Devialet is a $3,000 speaker. So that's like 10 times the price. But does it perform 1/10 of the price? I think it does. If you're someone who loves Devialet but somehow can't afford it because it's just so expensive, like me, then well, I think the Sound X is probably the closest thing you'll have to Devialet, because at least you know it's co-engineered, and at least you know there is a part of Devialet in this speaker, and that makes this speaker really, really special. For the Sound X, I would really prefer if they had a auxiliary port. I get that, you know, they're more futuristic thinking where, you know, in the future everything will be wireless. However, I would really still prefer to have an auxiliary port where I can just hook it up to my desktop straight away. That makes life just a lot more easier. But if you're looking for a truly wireless option, then this is something that you can consider. Whereas for the Aura 2, it's your standard auxiliary Bluetooth speaker. In terms of exterior and design, it's very subjective. However, if you are a person who wants to impress the ladies, you want a showpiece at home that has a little bit of ambient lighting when your lights are dim, something at the corner that kind of, you know, glows and looks like an art piece, I think the Aura Studio 2 is a better option, because until today, a 3-year-old product still looks amazing. I like how just that tube in the middle and the whole see-through thing. There is a halo ring surrounding the tube, depending on certain angles you look around it. However, if you're not so much of a show-off person, you're more about what's inside, how good of a character you are inside, then definitely the Sound X is a better option for something more subtle and more minimalistic at your home. As you can see, the Sound X doesn't really have a lot to shout about. Also, not to mention, the Sound X is really, really solid and heavy. When you hold this in comparison to the Aura Studio 2, you really feel the weight and the compactness of this thing. Is just super, super solid. However, as much as this speaker can play higher volumes and better bass, it struggles at louder volumes, only because it rattles a little bit. And I think it has something to do with the internal pipe, this tube that goes right in the middle. It rattles and gives that kind of like almost cracking sound, but it's not cracking, it's more that just this middle part starts to rattle a little bit. And that can get annoying when it comes to playing really loud music. And I think that's why they got rid of this part in their new Aura Studio 3. If you've noticed that, this tube is totally gone. But, you know, the compromise is that this tube really, really looks nice. But yeah, so that's how it is, I guess. And so that's my thoughts on both these devices. I hope you like my review. If you like it, please help me to comment, subscribe. It will help me tremendously. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again soon.